Hey guys, I'm back, and I wanted to create a complete video on this one topic, abdominal gas and bloating. I have a lot of different videos talking about the different pieces of this, but I wanted one video with all the different parts. So let's just kind of cover this. A lot of people are getting abdominal pain, gas, and bloating. They don't know what it is. So there's actually four main things. The first one is SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. This is a situation where you have too much bacteria in the wrong location. Most of the bacteria in your gut should be in the large intestine, not the small. So when you have too much of the bacteria in the small intestine, and then you eat, you're getting a lot of gas because these microbes are not meant to be in that environment. And the type of gas that you're getting is hydrogen gas and also methane gas. So it can produce belching, burping, bloating, things like that. The best thing to do for this is to get a test. It's called hydrogen methane breath test. It's not invasive. It's not that expensive. I think it might be $180. It's a kit that you can get. You may need a doctor's prescription for it, so check with your doctor. And I'll put some links down below of certain companies that will sell you the kit. You just need to fax in the doctor's order so you can actually get the kit. I'm not 100% sure if every single company that sells the kit needs a doctor's order, but I'll put some links down below and you can check it out. But that will quickly rule out if you have this condition, okay? All right, now you could also have a situation in number 2 where you have an imbalance in microbes. You have too many methanogens, and those are microbes. They're ancient microbe little bugs that make methane gas, okay? And it creates belching and flatulence, hydrogen gas, methane gas. So this is kind of a mild version of SIBO, okay? So these methanogens consume polysaccharides, which are starches, sugars, and really what you have is you have a situation where you have excessive fermentation. Okay, so these fibers and sugars are just producing a lot of gas, okay? Next situation, you have low stomach acid, which by the way, can set you up for SIBO and also this condition right here. But let's say, for example, you're consuming a lot of protein. You can still get abdominal gas and bloating if you don't have enough stomach to digest the protein. Next situation is decreased bile. Bile is produced by the liver, it's stored in the gallbladder, and if you don't have enough bile, you'll definitely get belching and bloating and gas because you're not going to be able to digest the fats. And if you do a lot of nuts or oils without enough bile, everything just kind of sits there and you'll start getting back up and pain on the right side of your body. Okay, so what do we do? The most important thing to do is to cut down the carbs. Why? Because that's going to reduce the stress and inflammation in your gut. It's going to really, really help you. You also want to reduce fiber. You may even want to cut fiber out completely, and I'm talking even about vegetable fiber for about a month, so you can let your system reset. Why? Because if you have this, especially, and the microbes are in the small intestine, they're going to eat the fiber and create more gas. The problem is you have excessive microbes in the wrong place. So we don't want to feed them and keep them there. We want them to go away. The other thing to do is intermittent fasting for sure, so we can actually give the system a chance to kind of clear out between the meals. Vitally important. Now, some people don't need to cut out all the fiber. They just need to consume more cooked vegetables and smaller amounts of them. Okay, number 2, add betaine hydrochloride. Very, very important. Betaine hydrochloride is a natural thing to help increase your hydrochloric acid. Realize that you need a good amount of this before each meal, maybe even 4 to 5 to 6 or more tablets before you eat to see a good change in your digestion. And it takes a longer period of time. It could take months to reestablish this acid in the stomach. A lot of people have low stomach acid, especially if you have a history of taking antacids or antibiotics or low salt diets. Next thing is to avoid dairy. A lot of people have sensitivities to lactose or allergies to casein, which is the protein in dairy, and that can create abdominal gas and bloating for sure. And last thing is to add bile salts if you don't have enough bile. And how would you know if you don't have enough bile? It's usually going to cause pain on the right shoulder, or this area right through in here, or underneath the right rib cage. And if you add purified bile salts right after the meal, that will reduce the bloating. And take the betaine hydrochloride before the meal. It wouldn't hurt to take both of these, one before the meal and one after the meal, to maximize your digestion. So I just wanted to kind of cover all the different points. So if you have intestinal gas, I think this will be helpful to overcoming it. Thanks for watching. Hey, if you're liking this content, please subscribe now, and I will actually keep you updated on future videos.